Now, before we continue, let's take a quick look at this unique prop firm. We all know that trading with minimal capital can be a pain, especially when you want to take advantage of commodities or indices with those massive movements. So that's why we've partnered with Forex Prop Firm. So they fund up to $2 million with a profit split of up to 90%. That really caught our attention. So all you need to do is complete. Good day, traders. Seem to be having an echo there. Okay, there we go. Good day, traders. Hoping that everybody's doing well today. Let's take a look at what's happening on the market today, and let's see what we can take advantage of. I see Jan has been waiting. So let's see. What we do have for the day, I've been looking at Bitcoin over the weekend and a bit bearish on it. Bullish, I mean, not bearish. But we'll see how that works through. You can drop some of your pairs there, and then we'll also analyze those and see what they have in store for us today. Can you also confirm my sound? I hear a double echo there. Is my sound okay, guys? Just drop a text there in the comments and tell me if my sound is fine. And then I can definitely move on. Morning, Mzwandile. Let's take a look. So with UJ, I'm still bullish on it. We did manage to get a good setup on it. Okay, I don't know what happened to the setup. Probably raised it by mistake, but we did get a good setup on it last week, and we are still bullish. We are still bullish on UJ. We're just waiting for it to drop into this stop loss range and basically hop on to a lower time frame, monitor it in the lower time frame, and then of course go long on it. So with this one, we are looking at something along these lanes, and we'll see how that goes. There's a lot of imbalances that were left here, so we should get a good setup on it. And remember, we'll be doing a second confirmation. So once we do set up all these pairs and we do have our watch list, you can hop onto our Telegram channel and just follow the trade as it keeps progressing. Because what we usually do is have the setup, and then after having the setup, put some alerts. So I'd have an alert on the 121913 point on MetaTrade, of course, much easier for me. And then what happens is when price gets into that zone, I'll hop onto the 15-5 and then just keep watching it until I get the bullish confirmation. And then, of course, reevaluate the stop loss range if it's still relevant, and then hop on and trade from there. Okay, now moving forward, somebody did say if I take a look at what's happening in this zone over here, I could find something in the lower time frame. So that's what we'll actually do, and see if we can get anything inside. And we probably will get a sell into the zone. But the question is, where will we take it? And remember, when you hop into lower time frames, you do have to really watch your stop loss, because now if you've got a broker that's really hitting you with high spreads, then you're going to have a lot of stop outs, which you don't really want. Okay, so on the lower time frame, I see in the 5 minute, we may have something happening, which would be, this one has been mitigated, but we could find something decent in here, and price would probably come back. This one has been mitigated as well. We could find price coming back into this region here, and of course filling out this massive imbalance here as well. This is on the 1 minute, by the way, so you'll see that the stop loss range becomes ridiculously low, and you really have to watch what you're doing from here. So we could have something decent happening in this range. And if you do have a broker that really has high spreads, you might as well just use a higher stop loss, maybe above this high over here, and then see how far it works for you. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so we could find something decent in this range. Let me just move this over here. That should be a fair stop loss, especially if you're new, which is a 12 pip, and that was using this high here. You can also use this high here. It's all up to you. Ideally, you want to go for tighter stops because that allows you to break even sooner. So yeah, let's watch what this does. And remember, targeting that buy here at the bottom, and that's on the 1 minute, by the way. So we'll have setups like this. So let's see how that works out. The US31 one is active. I'll just watch it as well now. So I do have an alert on UJ. Moving forward, USD Swiss franc. We are following this one on Friday, which didn't really work out our way. Price eventually just went all the way up to the top and left us hanging, and we were bullish on it, we're bearish on it. Didn't really work in our way, so we are gonna ignore this one and just erase these markups for now. I'll just give you guys a bit of I'll give you guys something here, because I do see some bullish play happening here. We would probably see that being broken. We saw this one, these being respected, and of course there is liquidity happening over here, so we are going to see something tank grabbing it all. But for now, we just follow the trend. The trend is your friend. You always want to trade with it. And this on the hourly, by the way. Sorry about that. Let's go. So we would have we had this BOS happening over here, break of structure here. Price went all the way to the top side, came back down, didn't go as far as this, but we are expecting it to either come back down a bit further to collect this order and then move to the top side again, breaking this high over there. But we'll have to watch it closely and just see what it does. Okay, and if this one does really hold, remember it doesn't have to go back to this OB over here. If this does hold, we could see it even continuing going higher, but until it does, we just have to keep our distance, because these are our zones of interest. If you do go to a lower time frame, you will find something, and ideally this one has been mitigated. Yes, it has. So I'll probably go to the most extreme. Maybe price will go that low as well. Then we'll have something along these lanes going for those highs. Perfect, and then you'd have something like this. There we go. So that'll be the new setup on USD Swiss franc. Perfect. Let me just open this in the new tab as well so I can post it on the channel, and then you guys can follow it with us. And as it triggers, we would see if we can find a decent setup inside. And of course, if you are going to go to the lower time frames as well, following these areas over here, we could just hop onto the 5 and see what it does, see if we can get structure inside there. Okay, we just saw this high over here, price tanking to the bottom side, pulled back, break of structure, pulled back. So we could have something in this range over here on the 5, by the way, which would give us a setup in here. And remember, you have to confirm your trades, especially with these lower time frame trades. You really have to watch your setup and watch how it behaves in the stop loss range. Oh, I see you're saying there's an echo. I don't know why. Just confirm if you can still hear me. How's that? I think it's fine now. Definitely not. And now, there we go. Perfect. Okay, I think we are good now. So this will be a setup that you could follow on the lower time frame, and I keep saying watch your stop loss, because now this is a 2.5 pip stop loss. So what we will do basically is wait for price to go back to the top side, could go back in any other way, and then once it does, we'll watch what it does in here on the 1 minute, and then if it does give us good structure to the downside, we definitely hop in and sell. And we could find it not even going back to the top, because you can see now it broke structure, came back, didn't really go as high, and now it's going back down. So we would be watching this level over here as well and see how it behaves. If it does break it and continue going to the bottom side, we'll find another OB to work with. Perfect. So that's how we'll approach USD Swiss franc, and go back to the hourly and then check out your UCAD. So UCAD is at our range, at our beautiful range, stop loss range. I was following it on Friday, and I missed this setup here. It went up to hit 22R. I think by the time this triggered, I had stopped trading. But I see now it's back in our range, although we do have a bit of structure as well here. So we could also find it. Let me just use this OB here. Erase some of these notes, and then also go into the 15 or the 5, doesn't really matter, and then watch how it behaves in the zone, which has been our area of interest. But Jet broke it dramatically, and I think that's when I ignored it, and then eventually came back up, came down, broke the structure, went all the way up. So in here we could have found something interesting to work with. So let's see if it does behave like that again. Okay, so we do see a whole lot of imbalances being left there. So we could be having a setup forming in this pair. We could be having one. So we will watch and see how far it goes below and what the next candle does. And if you do find, let me just show you what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something like that, a level holding. And then once I do find this happening and this level holding and a break of structure over there, I will use this entry and watch what it does to the downside as well. And then if it does, then we'll probably have a nice buy setup to the top side. So that's how we'll be approaching US DCAD. So whilst we are waiting for that, we will hop on to the next pair. Okay, US 100. US 100 usually gives me good setups when I look at it from the daily zone. But with this one as well, you do see very clear price action over here. Will it go down? We don't know, but we could see it coming back to these lows over here. So let's refine it as well and just see how far we could go with it. I know with this one, when it does tank, we do tend to have some very beautiful setups, and we end up getting some nice R's on it. Okay, so we'll just leave it on that. So we'll be bearish on this one over here. And if you are using the wushu, it's good for you. Just keep using it. It'll manage your setups and allow you to get into decent setups as you keep going. Okay, US Swiss franc, USD CAD on the 1 minute. Still nothing for us there to watch. Just going to put it at the top so I can know that's a setup that we are watching. And ZD USD. Okay, here we probably do have a sell happening. And prices at the zone. So just watch the stop loss range. 8 pip is not bad. Price is in that range right now. So, and we do see it forming a bit of structure to the downside, which is pretty good. So we do have this happening to the top side level holding, and then minor break of such over there to the top side again. So we could have a sell happening. So either take it from this zone over here, or you can use the top one, which will give you a better SL stop loss range. And now you also have to be careful with this one here and this one. Okay, see where it turned there, creating a bit of liquidity. So there's a whole lot of buy limits over here, which will definitely be taken out. To be on the safe side, you can also use this high over here. So those that do have the wushu, this will be the perfect time to input the wushu, which would allow price to basically get into the zone, and then as it comes back down, trigger it, and then break even, and then take it from there. So this is another pair that we are looking at to the downside. I'll also put it up here so we can monitor properly, and of course set it up on my MetaTrader here. Remember, confirmations are very, very vital, guys. If you do confirm your trades, you face a higher strike rate, which will be good for you. Okay, we are going short. Your stop loss is 0.69417. You're targeting a minimum of 5R, by the way, so you only start acting at 5R. Okay, and then following back up onto the UCAD setup, It's still down, still going to the downside. We do need structure to the top side. So until that happens, we will watch it from a distance. And remember, guys, your risk per trade is very, very important, extremely important. You want to make sure that you don't risk too much because of our stop loss range. It's very, very important. We usually risk 0.2% per trade, and just try to target a minimum win rate. I mean, with us, if you are on the bootcamp, if you have seen our the way we approach the setup, I mean, if you hit a 30% win rate, targeting a minimum of 5R, you will become profitable. You will be profitable. You end every single month with a profit, and that's what you want to do. Risking 0.2%, by the way. So you always want to make sure of that. This one we will just skip for now. And then NZD Swiss franc on the hourly. There we go. We see the push to the top side happening, and see how it plays out. So if you did catch this UCAD now, you should be break evening. Let's just hop on to the downside. Yep, which is almost there, almost a break even. Yeah, you can move your stop to break even, and then you wait for it to hit 5R. This is the only time you'll be watching this trade. So until this happens, you're out of this trade. We are going to ignore it. We're going to leave it. If you're on the wushu, let it do its job, and then let's see it tank all the way down to the downside. Watch UCAD again. Okay, there we go. This is what we wanted to see. So we wanted to see it give us a bit of bullish momentum and structure. Of course, remember, price doesn't just go up like that. No, you just want to see all those little minor pullbacks that it does. So let's watch what it does now. Just give me a moment. It's gonna mute for a second. My little boy's looking for me. Probably wants to give me a good morning kiss. Okay, hopping on back. I hope you guys caught that one. So we do have the first happening here. Okay, let's watch. Okay, so basically we start watching how it behaves and how it behaves over here. So these are our two areas of interest. Let me just unmark these. I haven't gotten that far yet. Okay. I know there are some that really want to take their profits. which is nothing's wrong with that. So if you do want to cut your losses, you can do so. I mean, you're already at 3R by now, if I'm not mistaken. So you can either take your profits or close. No, you're in 2R actually. Take your profits or just close half and then let the rest go, or just do what I do, hold it until it either hits your break even or hits your 5R, which is worth the time. UCAD, there we go. So you might see it playing around this area for a while before it breaks the zone, which will give us a beautiful point to work with. And this level holds, and whatever zone it creates from there, it should hold, which gives us a bit of breathing room. Okay. Beautiful. Moving forward, while this does what it does, I only need a minute. NZDJPY on the hourly. Okay. There's a bit of noise here, so I don't think I'd play around with that one. NZD Swiss franc. Zone beautifully holding, so we should have a break of this zone over there. And if we do get a break of that zone over there, we could use this zone here to enter and trade from this point. Okay, so for now, I'm just going to hold it. I'm just going to look at it from this point until I see a break of structure, a clear break of structure. Some could see it as a break, but I need to see it really breaking it, going somewhere here, and then of course tank from there. Until that happens, I'll just keep watching it from a distance. GU is a setup we've been watching for a minute, and actually don't think we'll be looking at it moving forward. Let's leave it at that. GN does look very beautiful now, so we could actually get something decent from it. I'm just worried about this zone here. It's a bit of a sensitive area. If you can see, price has reacted more than twice on it, so we may have to really watch what's happening there. Okay, but while we do that, we do have a clear zone we'll be trading it from. Okay, this one is gone, definitely gone. I think there's a setup we actually lost. Let me just mark it now so I don't forget. Okay, so we should see price basically going back into the zone. The zone has been mitigated as well. It's going to be a tricky one. Okay, let's go into the 5 minute and see what's happening there. Okay, this one has not been mitigated, and this one here. So we could actually use both these. This will give you a nice R. This will reduce your risk, so we could do that. Beautiful. And let's see how this one works moving forward. I usually do these setups before the London Open, but today was a bit of one of those days. So I will do it as we keep marking them. So from moving forward, this will be done. We'll just be waiting for the 1 minute, the 15 minute, and see how it behaves. Okay, so this is done. And then hop onto UCAD and see if we do have that beautiful structure we needed. Nope. Still going to the downside. So we did have that. We had this, moved to the upper side, and then came back down. So we could have moved to the top side over here, have a nice spring, and of course all the way up to the top. So this could be what's happening now. So let's just keep watching and see how far it goes. NZD USD retraced a bit. We did have a bit of a break over here, so let's see what it does all the way to the downside. Keep holding. There's a lot of liquidity being created over here. I do see it dropping and tanking, hitting these points. And of course, if it does really give us a beautiful move, could hit a very nice R on it. But until that happens, we are just analyzing the market and stacking the odds in our favor. Okay, and we've got GU, which I said we're not gonna watch. GBP Swiss franc, nothing here that we want to look at. Look at this range. GCAD, this one is a beautiful setup as well, hitting 3R, which was not really bad. We got out of the trade. We don't hold trades over the weekend, but for us during the week, we'd still be holding it and just see how far it goes. This was beautiful. Let me just clean up. Okay, not looking at it today. Euro USD, this is the one pair that really humbles me, and sometimes it gives me the best setups, and sometimes it just destroys me. I'd have like 5 trades in a row losing. So you need to know your pairs, you need to know how they operate, and you will be good. Okay. Moving forward. Nothing decent over there. Are you guys still watching? I don't see any comments over there. You guys seem to be very quiet. Okay, EA on the hourly. Not clean enough. DJI. Oh, we had a beautiful 15-hour in this one the other week, I think. That was decent. This one I am watching. I really do expect it to come into the zone, pick up some orders, and of course go to the upside. But we are gonna have to keep watching it and see how far it goes. CAD Swiss franc, nothing there. AUD USD, nothing over there. Nothing over there. Okay. CAD. There's too much noise there. I don't like that. Yeah, some did get this. I missed this totally. I was away on Friday. So yeah, some did get your 6R setup, which is beautiful. Okay, and then gold. Gold, I know that some got this. There's a setup that I had here. Why did it go now? What happened to it? Anyway, this one here. That hit 3R if I'm not mistaken. And then I don't know if they did get this one because I was also out of the market by then. Okay, and then moving to the downside, Bitcoin. Come on, erase this one. So Bitcoin, I am bullish. I'm expecting the zone to hold. This happened in the middle of the night and I was in a trade. I was in Bitcoin since Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's still running. We'll see how that goes. Okay, and that's about it, guys. Let's take a look at. Let me just mark this so I can post it in the group there. It's 6R, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 6R. Okay. I see Yanni wants us to look at gold on the 1 hour and the 15. Okay, let's do that. Take a look at UCAD for now and see what it's still doing on the 1 minute. Okay, let's keep watching. And then US 30. Oh, we're not looking at the 1 minute. Nothing there. CHF JPY, CAD JPY. So until price actually does get into our zone, we'll just be keeping it distance. I'll definitely look at gold just now. Don't worry about that. Okay, and then before that, I'm just gonna post this one quickly. Just copy that, and then go into. Actually, I need to post all of them actually. Hopping on to okay. Let's hop on to gold. Let's see, watch list and then gold. Okay, now I was responding to more messages coming in on the side here. Let's see. Gold, 1 hour. So, Yanni, I'm just going to give you a bit of a trick to this. Now, with gold, usually what you'd want to do, it's take it from the daily as well, just like your indices. You want to try and see what's happening on the daily, and just see where price is closest to. Okay, this one erased, so I won't be able to mark the hit that we hit. This one hit 10R, beautiful. And then once you've got this zone, you've got your daily zone, you want to make sure you've got your, like for example, there's lows over here. I mean, 4 days in a row, the whole week, price has been struggling to break below this point, and this was it's an interesting zone for you to work with. And then once you've got that, you can basically start analyzing your lower time frame, usually the 4 hour, because I usually love getting my setups from the 4 hour, based on what you've already marked, which would be your zone that's been a sensitive area from last week and these 2 points over here. And then from there you look at, let me just erase these points here, there's too many markings here. Okay, hopefully it looks better now. I'm actually going to erase this because I missed it, and I don't think my students got it, because Fridays we do cut out of the market earlier. Okay, so this is what we have, and then from here on you start seeing structure, because you do see price hopping all the way down from that point, come back up, retracing, come back up. So you'd want to see price break this zone first, and once it does break it, you want to see the zone holding. But now this should be a concern, because now you have some liquidity here. Hop onto the hourly. Let's see how it looks in here. Yeah, it's a bit complicated. You saw the break here and the break here at the bottom. So we are not sure if price will basically respect the zone, go back to the top, and then come back down to collect all these orders, and then retrace the top side and dropping all the way down again. So we would really have to be watching this carefully. And then again, we could be seeing price doing this all the way up again to the top side, and of course come collect and then drop again. So there's a ton of possibilities that could happen. So what I'd say is watch structure from this point, see what it does, and then follow that direction. Let's see. Yeah, so basically let's see price respect this area first, because it already broke this one here. So we did have a break of structure to the top side here. So that's the first point, and from there you'll watch it basically retrace, and then retrace, respect that low, and then move all the way up to the top side, breaking structure again. And then once it does break this, you can look at a buy from the zone over here, and of course going to the top side. Just make sure that this zone here is respected, and then you'll be fine. Now going to the bottom side, I do see this massive downtrend over here, but in order to go to the bottom side, you still need some sort of play, collecting all these orders here, and of course moving back all the way up to the top. So I think for now, this is what I'll watch, looking at the most recent price action being right here, and of course understanding that there are these daily zones that are very, very important. And when price does get to those, I just be a bit careful, check the side mirrors, check what's happening, and take it from there. Okay, so this is where we are on gold. Let me mark it as well, and then let's see how it plays out. Perfect. Let's see. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Go back and then just keep watching. Okay, looks like we are having our push to the top side on UCAD. So do set up your UCAD position on your calculator, your position size calculator, your Wushu toolbox, have your pen ready. So we do need to watch this. We do need to see how it behaves. Going to the top side, if you do see structure, we are going to find an entry point and take it from there. Awesome, man. Let's see how it plays out, and then once we do have that, we will definitely be awesome. Okay, that's where we are on UJ. UJ is coming up into our beautiful zone, and once it does get in there, of course, we will be dropping to the downside and looking at our potential entry, and we'll be fine. Hi, Liano. Sorry about that. I just muted it for a second. I was just answering a call. Awesome. UJ, we're watching. CHF Swiss franc, it's a little bit far from our zone, so this we don't really have to watch now. CAD JPY, also a bit far from our zone. USD Swiss franc, far from our zone. US 100, also far from our zone. NZD USD, we did enter. As you can see, it's pulling back. Those that did get your 50% should be fine. For us that are still holding, we are holding until it either breaks even or just continues to the downside. So just keep holding and see how it plays out. This is supposed to be at the top because we are live on this trade. NZD Swiss franc. Go back to the hourly. Okay, this one is also a bit messy, but yeah. So we are waiting for price to come back into the zone and go to the top side, but we do want to see better break to the top side here and then come back into the zone and of course to the top side. So that's what we'll be watching on NZD Swiss franc and gold. Oh, gold is giving us a nice push to the top side. So we do want to see structure as well happening. Want to see something similar to this, and of course to the top side having a nice break of whatever high it creates and then come back collecting from the orders there and moving to the top side. So that's what we will be watching on gold, and that's about it, guys. Let's keep watching. Okay. Okay, UCAD, drop to the 1 minute, follow it some more. Remember, guys, we do want to see structure to the top side. Some would consider this as enough. I want to see something clear, see something decent, and we'll take it from there. Okay, so let's see how it plays out. Okay, so we will have something along these lanes to the top side. I see Lianu says they're in a buy on Euro GBP from the 8316 zone. And how's it going so far? I didn't really see anything happening on that pair. I'm just gonna leave this like this for now. What this means is now we'll have an entry anywhere in this zone, and our stop loss will just be below this point, provided we do see structure, like I said. Okay, so let's just watch that. And then let's look at Euro GBP. Okay, let's see. Euro GBP, you're in a buy. Okay, let's see what's happening on the daily. Okay, we have a beautiful breaker structure here. New has been formed. We could see price coming back down to collect an order in here, and of course have a nice buy from that zone. And you said you're in the 83 zone. You took it at 83, 83.16. That's beautiful, actually. 83.8. So somewhere lower. It's quite beautiful. From the daily, of course. It'll be a setup that we'll watch for a while, actually, a very long while, until it does give us something decent to work with. So we'd have something along these ranges happening. Then we'd have something along these lanes going bullish, and of course targeting these highs. And this is based on the daily, by the way. There's a setup that we just took now on the daily. It is going to take a while, but we'll keep an eye on it and just see how it works. Going back onto our red list and what we are currently trading, and UCAD. Let's see, because this is a setup we are waiting to see. Okay, beautiful. So we did have a push to the top side, a retracement push to the top side again. Okay, so this will be your stop, the 124843 zone. So you can either enter now or wait for price to retrace slightly into this area over here, which will give you a nice push to the top side here. And then remember, risk is very, very important. We don't risk anything more than 0.2% of our setups, and you'll be good. Okay, and then let's see how that one works out. Okay, perfect. So let's see how it plays out. We wanted to hit the zone and of course go to the top side. This will be roughly a 6 pip stop loss. So let's see how it works. Okay, let's watch that. See, it seems like a retracement, okay, that you got on the inverse hold on a daily. Okay, that would have been a good entry point there, which is quite impressive. Let's watch what it does. Okay, just needed to go a bit lower. By 1 pip, imagine. Sorry about that. See, then there's a bit of a sensitive area here. As you can see, price just keeps turning from it, filling up these imbalances. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, I'll still be watching this, and then live the stream will be ending shortly. Just want to see if this one triggers first, and then if it does, I'll just hop onto it as well, and then you guys can follow it and follow it on our Telegram channel, following the live setups as they keep triggering. I'll just keep posting them in there and giving you guys a heads up. Okay. Okay, we see it dropping, but now my concern comes with this area here at the top. I don't like how it's behaving, but it does happen. Okay, guys, we are ending the stream now. Yeah, it has been good. So those that did catch the NZD USD, it's quite beautiful. You can, well, hopefully you took some profits, you took some money, manage it accordingly, or just, you know, take all the money that you've made so far. It's up to you. We just go for the 5-hour setups. We don't cut our losses. We don't cut our winners too soon. If it does hit your stop loss, then hey, it's what happens in the market. Break even, still what happens in the market, but we'll see how that goes. Okay. Happy trading, guys. Remember to check out our bootcamp, check out our site, and drop us a Telegram, and we'll be good. Anything you guys might want from us, anything you guys want us to add, can you drop us inbox, and we will be set for you guys. Happy trading, guys.